Welcome back to our Bulldog Spotlight. Today we're with Lydia McGee, the all-everything. Maybe you're like a Swiss Army knife. And I'll tell you why. That's a compliment, because when you combine all the things on the court and off the court, I'm not sure that we've discovered anything you can't do. You know, that's a compliment. I mean, your teammates and me getting to know you. So I'm going to start off in an odd way, Lyd. What can't you do?
Oh, the list, there's a pretty good list
No,
of
it's a
things
short
I can't
list.
do. I don't know. I definitely say my singing abilities are not up to par,
Okay.
unfortunately.
But you
That's
do
probably
sing.
Oh, well,
It's
I
just
sing,
not
yeah.
as- okay.
It's probably just not, not up to par. I don't know. I can be pretty awkward in social interactions at times, so. But I'm kind of goofy. I try to play it off well.
All right, you play it off well,
Yeah.
so she's asking. But what she can do, plays the piano. She is, according to her teammates, the most intelligent person on the team.
Oh,
she has recovered from numerous injuries and reckless abandon on the court and off the court. I think she's probably the most popular teammate. I mean, that's a lot to live up to.
Oh, man.
Why do people love Lydia McGee?
You know, I honestly don't know that I can answer that. Only thing that I can say is maybe that I've just been blessed a little bit, that God allows people to look at me with favor. But I don't know if I would agree with that. We have an awesome team, just a good group of girls. So it's a privilege to be able to be around them on a daily basis. So I'm honored to be able to be liked by them and I guess valued by them.
You're trying to win brownie points with that
Yeah,
answer.
I'm winning
Okay.
brownie points.
Let's talk about on the court, which for you in your career, unfortunately, you almost spent as much time off the court.
Yeah.
All right? And that goes back to that phrase, reckless abandon. When an injury happens, and the latest one was a concussion, how do you mentally and physically come back?
Well, if you want to talk about something I'm not good at, that's something I'm not good at, is
Staying
staying healthy.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, I would say I've probably been injured every season. But, I've definitely gained a new perspective on life and on sports. And I've learned that, one, it's okay to be weak at times and like rely on people. For sure, this last injury with the concussion, I relied on my teammates a lot and on my family a lot. So, we have great people here, like great coaches. Our athletic trainer's great. So as much as it stinks to not be on the court, playing, it's good to be around good people. And I enjoy that for sure. So it's not all about basketball at the end of the day. I have to remind myself that for sure.
You wound up playing your college ball with some of your high school teammates.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, Kiki and Amara and I all played at Madison Academy together, which was great. We had so much fun. We kind of had a dynasty while we were there. It was a good time. And then, for us to all end up here was obviously a blessing. I have so much fun with them. They're just some goofy kids, but we have a good time together. So.
One of the things that Lydia does is that most of the time she leads the prayer prior to team meal. Did you volunteer for that?
I think that's something that just kind of fell into my lap. We kind of changed it up. Taylor and Crystal lead it every now and then. I don't know. It's a privilege to be at on a campus where we can pray, and have coaches that welcome that. Obviously, Samford's a Christian university, but it's a privilege to be able to stop and pray before we play and before we practice and stuff, and just to recognize what it's all about, and that basketball at the end of the day is a game. It's a blessing. I mean, it's something we enjoy, and it's a gift that God has given us to kind of use and enjoy for right now.
A tool.
Yeah, a tool for sure.
Okay. Lydia McGee is our guest here on our Bulldog Spotlight. You're the first one, and we'll stay with that theme, but you're the first of the girls I'll ask about religion. How important is it to you, to the team, to coach, to this university? Where does God fit in?
Yeah, well, Samford, actually, the reason that I ended up going here was because I felt like it was going to be a nurturing environment from a spiritual standpoint. I really didn't feel like I was ready to, I almost ended up going to Tulane. And I didn't feel like I was really ready to be thrown into the mix of New Orleans and just, it was kind of a thing where you can be a light in the darkness, but are you going to get drowned out? And so I've been very fortunate to develop really good friendships and relationships with professors and, the coaches. So, yeah, from a spiritual standpoint, as far as knowing Christ more, Samford has been a nurturing environment for that. And through injuries and stuff, like you were saying, I've learned that the most important thing at the end of the day is knowing Christ and being found in Him, and that's where my identity is. And so that definitely helps with things like injuries and hardships, just because I know it's really not the end goal is basketball. The end goal is to know Christ and to glorify Him through basketball. So,
how weird, or was it weird, to play Tulane then?
It was a little weird because I really enjoyed my visits there. They have a good program, nice coaches and everything. So it was a little weird, but it was nice to be there. It was nice to get to compete against them. It was fun. It was a good environment.
You didn't miss out on, well, you missed out on the beignet.
Oh yeah,
Cafe
for
du
sure.
Monde.
I missed out on the food. The food is good in a little place at Giacomo's. I don't know if you've ever eaten there, but it's good. Good Cajun food.
All right, Lydia McGee again, our guest. Let's talk about the things that you can do. All right, you play the piano. How long have you played?
I took lessons for probably about 2 years when I was maybe like 7 or 8, but I didn't. The attention span just wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it's something
play
I
by
just,
ear now?
yeah, I kind of fiddle around with it, play by ear and look up chords and stuff like that. So I just goof around on it. I really enjoy it though.
I
It's
heard
a good.
the Journey.
Yeah, Journey.
What else? Who a favorite of yours on the piano? Elton John, Billy Joel, any of the?
You know, I did learn a little bit of Piano Man.
Okay.
I learned the intro, but kind of tapered off. My favorite song to play on the piano is probably Requiem for a Dream. I don't know if you know that song.
Yeah. I'm gonna check my iPod.
It's pretty hype. Yeah, it's good. It's a good song.
All right, I remember that you told me you went on a mission.
In high school,
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to go to Africa. We went to Ghana, Africa, 2 summers in a row, and it was a really, really humbling experience. Just to see kids that are living in an orphanage, you know, they've had everything taken away from them, and to still see their joy really gave me a new perspective on life for sure, and kind of showed me basically how invaluable materialistic things are, and how like your joy can be found in Christ or in relationships with other people. So it was a good experience, very humbling experience.
Ellen Riggins said you're the smartest girl on the team. There was some test that you recently gave her, and you wound up with like 108 out of 100.
Well, Ellen speaks too highly of me, for
Okay,
sure.
good.
She's very intelligent too. So we have a really bright team. I mean, if you think about it, we have a really bright team. I think our overall GPA this year was, or for this semester, was like a 3.5. So that's not too bad for a bunch of basketball players.
Bunch of jocks.
Yeah, a bunch of jocks. It's not too bad. But yeah, Ellen was nice enough to serve as my patient for a practical exam for, I don't know, it's recognition and evaluation of injuries. So I got to do some tests on her. She's healthy, you know.
Good.
She's a healthy kid. She's doing great.
We got that out of the
Yeah.
way. All right, finally, it's taken me all this to ask you the after basketball career. Where we're going to find you in a couple of years?
Well, it's been a bit of a challenge kind of figuring out what I want to do. I really feel like I could be fulfilled doing just about anything, so it's made it a little bit tough, but I'm really interested in medicine, and like, you know, I have a 5th year. So I'm going to graduate this year, and then I'll be attending, well, hopefully if I get in, I'll be pursuing a master's in athletic training here at Samford.
Okay.
And that's a 2-year program. And then after that, the end goal is probably PA school. So I'd like to be a physician's assistant, if you know what that is. I don't know if you're familiar
PA
with that.
for radio guys, it is public
The
address.
loudspeaker.
Yeah, I thought it was like, you're going to take my job before
Yeah.
it's done.
No, I'll be working with you.
Well, good. There's room.
Maybe you can hook me up. We'll do it.
Okay, so somewhere in the field of medicine.
Yeah, that's
And
the goal.
You know, Coach Morris told me a couple of years ago, he goes, my girls are going to be more valuable in society than they'll ever be on the court. And I think of you when he says that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Lydia McGee
appreciate
has
it.
been our guest. Twitter and your Instagram account.
I'm not too big on social media, so I do not have a Twitter.
Okay.
And I think my Instagram is lydia.mcgee, but I can't
But
be
what about
sure.
this me and McGee stuff? I saw that somewhere.
That was my Twitter a
That's
long time
old
ago.
stuff.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
McGee and me 4.
That's what
but
it was.
I don't.
Okay.
I actually don't even know what my Instagram name
Don't
is.
follow.
Sorry.
You just have to call and go to
Search me.
Samfordsports.com, and that's how you'll find Lydia McGee. Thanks a lot for joining us.